Every time I hear that the space shuttle is going to make a trip to the space station, I cringe. The only reason that the space shuttle still flies is to repair something on a never-will-be-completed space station that does nothing but float aimlessly in space as it falls apart. I feel that the space station and the space shuttle missions are a complete waste of time and money that could definitely be used for much more pressing needs. NASA's budget is roughly the same size as the budgets of each of the following states: Alabama, Connecticut, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, and Tennessee. NASA has spent more than $35,146 billion between 1996 and 2008. The budget for 2009 isn't complete, and NASA is requesting another $18,686 billion for the year 2010. To do what? I can't tell you anything substantial that they've done with the $35,146 billion that they had. Can you? Let me tell you what NASA says they do with the money, and I quote, "This money supports the administration's commitment to deploy a global climate change research and monitoring system." Haven't done that. It funds a strong program of space exploration involving humans and robots with the goal of returning Americans to the moon and exploring other destinations. Hasn't done that, and we don't need to go back to the moon. And it supports the safe flight of the space shuttle to the complete assembly of the International Space Station by the space shuttle's planned retirement. Well, that's another absolutely worthless thing. So it flies back and forth to a space station that's doing absolutely nothing. Biggest load of crap, most ambiguous, non-committal list of nothing to do bullshit I've ever heard. And experiments on the space station? If you think that's what's going on, that's not happening. After wasting 3 decades frustrating the dreams of a whole generation of space enthusiasts and spending hundreds of billions of dollars, NASA's net achievement in a space station has no definable purpose except to serve as a destination for shuttle flights. The scientific program is perfunctory at best, and most of the experiments that are done are the kind that might win a prize at a high school science fair. Period. Now, and the cost. The cost is outrageous. It comes to $15 million for each hour of scientific quote-unquote work done by the American crew member. If there are no unusual maintenance problems, the lone American may average 90 minutes per day working on the research that is the alleged purpose of this facility. We would not need the shuttle missions if we did not have the station, and we would not need the station if we did not need something for the shuttles to do. The entire human spaceflight program has thus become an exercise in futility. Now some of you are thinking, hey, without the space program we wouldn't have a lot of the inventions we have today. That's not true either. Studies indicate that the developments that society benefits from due to quote-unquote space exploration and NASA all would have been developed within a year to a 7-year period without NASA. And none of these developments were discovered in space or due to experiments in space, but discovered and developed on Earth to prepare man for space. For example, cordless power tools, obviously there aren't electrical outlets in space, water purification techniques, athletic shoes, freeze-dried food, and the CAT scanner. Now, the CAT scanner was not developed in space by NASA, but it was developed on Earth in an attempt to locate minute cracks and imperfections in its equipment. Once again, here on Earth. None of the developments from NASA required actual time in space. They were developed to prepare for space exploration with the knowledge they gained from experimentation here on Earth. I think the entire space program is unnecessary and should be scrapped. I say shut down NASA. Private companies launch satellites, private researchers follow the stars and keep an eye on the universe for us, as well as keeping an eye out for the next asteroid that's going to kill us all. We don't need NASA. Kennedy pushed to go to the moon only because he found out that Russia was just a few days off from beating us there. Period. We've been to the moon, learned nothing, and there's no need to go again. And if you believe some people, NASA really never got us to the real moon either, but showcased the entire event in a soundstage somewhere. Remember, America spent millions on developing a pen that would work in space when Russians just needed a pencil. I'm LC. Thank you very much.